Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator here in Stappenbach, in Germany I believe it is. Yes, it is, it's in Germany. We are just finishing up the last of our baling today with our twin-wheeled Deutz tractor racing along with this Krone Big Pack, and we have established now that the really wonderful thing about this Krone Big Pack is that it goes quite a bit faster than every other baler. This one does 27 kilometers an hour up across the field, whereas the other balers, they all do 20. So we are going considerably faster than any other baler. And not only that, we've also got the collector on the back, which leaves the bales all in threes, which does actually make it quite a bit easier for not only gathering them all up, because they're all in groups all around the field, which does make life a little bit easier for you. It also makes it easier to do the actual baling itself, because you haven't got to be dodging quite so many bales. I mean, yes, if a pack does get dropped in the wrong place, it is a little bit of a nuisance, but you all know that when you're doing baling, you always get bales left in the wrong spots. There's always those annoying bales that don't quite go in the right places, and by having this pack here, what we're doing at the moment, it really does make a difference. It really genuinely does help to make this job a whole lot easier by doing it like this. So we got no weekly question this week. I told you last week, I told you in yesterday's episode that we are staying here on Stappenbach for another 4 weeks. That was the vote. We had quite a considerable margin of votes going to staying here for another 4 weeks. So I'd like suggestions today, or this week, in the comment section down below about what you'd like to see me doing. What do you want me to do with my time here on Stappenbach? Also suggest new maps for the next vote, which will happen in a couple of weeks' time. And we will see if you still want me to stay here, or if you want me to do yet another, do a different map altogether. Now, we're not going to bother too much about the stuff that's been left behind here. There's a little bit in there, but I don't want to be messing around for ages picking up all the little tiny loose bits that are left. We want to hurry up and get a move on. So I'm just going to run down through here and we'll grab these last few little bits. Like just whichever we can get in a straight run, and then we'll leave the rest. That's the great thing about seasons, is it does act very much like putting your animals out into the field. Once you do have to, with hay, you've got to get a bit of rain. So until you get rain, the bits of hay will be left in the field. And then once you've got some rain, over a couple of days, all the rest of the hay will disappear. With grass, if it's fresh grass, that will start to disappear immediately. You lose, I think it's about half of it over the first night, and then the rest of it will disappear on the second night. So don't leave grass cut in the field. Either bale it up and wrap it, or turn it into hay. You can't leave it lying on the ground as grass overnight. Right, we're not going to get another bale out of this, so we will come up to here and we will stop and then turn that one off, and then you press Y to unload it, so it'll unload 2 bales out onto the sled like that, and then I can go over to that one and Y to unload that one as well. Leave those 2 bales behind there. Then we can fold that one up, and that one doesn't actually have anything on it to fold up. So we've finished doing this bit. We're going to take this baler now back to the dealership, if I can, well, I'm hoping I can get it there. It's the twin wheels going along the road that's the difficult bit. The cars come along and they're just a little tiny, there's not quite enough room to fit the cars and the tractor up through the road, which is a little bit of a nuisance, but it's something that we kind of live with. So we can take this one back and hopefully we will get a full refund, because we've had it for less than 30 minutes. And that means that we won't have spent hundreds of thousands of euros on this, because this entire rig cost us over €600,000. 600,000 all of this cost us. And then we want to get that string, and we'll sell the rest of the string as well. But before we worry about selling the string, let's get this one back in here. I wonder if I'll have to unfold it, or if I can just push the baler back. I can just push the baler back. That makes life a lot easier for us. So if I just do that a minute, and then leap out, and we'll come over here, and then I want to go sell for 320,000, and then that one there should sell, I think it's 25. You've got to go right back out of the range of it. 29,580 sell. I just want to see if those were the full prices that we paid for it. I can't remember now. Baling technology, and where are we? Big pack 390, 20. Yes, perfect. That's exactly what we want. So we'll bring this one back, and we'll sell the front weight as well. There we go. Right, we sell that one. Gone, and then you got to come out of it, and then you go back like that, and we sell that one for 271,500, and there is all of our money refunded. And then we'll also go into the garage, and I don't know if we can sell that last little bit of a pallet there. Doesn't appear to be an option to sell the pallet of string. It's just going to be parked right there, in our way, being a jolly nuisance. Now, we do have a trailer that we could use. We could bring that one down, but I didn't want to use that trailer. I wanted to use a different trailer. We could use a big trailer, and I was also thinking of having a go with this one here, but I don't think that 5 bales wide will actually fit anywhere. We might go for 2 of them. That one there will take 3 bales. I was using that one in the time lapse. Right. That trailer there is the long one. I can't remember how many bales it takes. And then you've got a short transport runner there. It's this one here that I really want. It's that one there. I like this trailer. It does work well. So we'll take that one, and we will go standard attachers. We won't worry about one on the back. We go wide tyres. We'll buy that one. Yep. And then we'll come back out of here, and we will go into dollies. And once again, I forgot to put the twin wheel Flegel dolly on there. So we'll go for the BSM one, and we will go wide tyres on there with in-back attachment or with centered attachment. We'll go with the one at the back on this one, and we can pick any colour we like for this. So I'm going for that one because I think that matches the tractor that I want to get this time. Oh, no. We need to go. I'm not sure what colour it is. I think it's that colour, actually. Yes. Okay. Back. And back again. And then we go over to the tractors. I get so many people asking me to try this tractor. And I tried it once before and I didn't like it. Because the turning circle on it was absolutely awful. But apparently the turning circle has now been fixed. It shouldn't have been as bad as it was. So I'm hoping that this is indeed the case. And it has been fixed. If I can find said tractor. There we go. The Fendt 1000 Vario. Oh, the rims are actually brighter than I thought. And we want the 1050. That is a 517 horsepower tractor. Is 360,000. The cheapest option is 315, and that gives us a 396 horsepower tractor. Next up is 476 at 335. And then the big bad boy at 517 horsepower. And that is 360,000 euros. So we're going to buy... Oh, hang on. No. Wheel setup. We've got Vario grip and weights. Wheel weight, Vario grip. Okay, I have no idea what Vario grip is, but we're going to try it. Standard warning sign. Oh, I see. No, we're going to try that. We can go for white, black, or the standard green. I'm going to go with the standard green on this one. We'll buy that. 361,500. There we go. Back, and back. Right, now, is this one actually going to work this time? Because last time... Oh, no. There's one more thing we need. I always forget this. We need to go into here. We need a very heavy weight for this one. It's got to be that one. And we want... The colour is going to be... Now, what colour is the Fendt? I think it's that one, isn't it? Pretty sure it's that colour. Buy. There we go. Right. We have the Fendt. Now, okay. I don't like that it auto puts you into the cab. I've never liked it when it does a script overrides where you're viewing in the cab. So I want to be out of the cab. I don't want to auto jump into the cab. But the steering has drastically improved compared to what it was. That is a lot better. I mean, I like the fact that the tractor is more powerful. But I've been having a lot of people ask me to use this for the time-lapse. And I've got to say, I'm already I like the fact that it's more powerful, I really do, but I really don't like the fact that it put me straight into cab. That is something I really hate, because it doesn't fit with how I play with the, yeah, see, it does that. That doesn't really fit with how I play with the time-lapse, which is going to sort of make it a little bit more awkward. Yeah, I should have had slightly brighter wheels on that one, but I think it'll be alright. So we hitch that one onto there. We're not going to worry about the grabs or anything with the bales. We're just going to auto-load and then bring them up to a shed up by the cows and auto-unload so that we can get that job done quickly, and then we can get on to the next one, because the next task that we want to do now, we've got a very long front of the trailer on this one. A lot longer than I wanted. I do like the fact that we've got such a high top speed on this one. 60k. When it says 60k, it's actually 67 on there. It said 60k in the shop thing. Okay, this is like insanely fast. That really does go very, very strongly in its favor, having a top speed that is so much faster than the others. The T8 I'm talking about getting in the time-lapse series, that's a 50k one. And I've got a lot of people asking me to get a Challenger, and the big thing that I got against getting a Challenger is it's only 40k top speed. It's very, very slow. And I'm not sure that I want something that slow. But this one here, let's just try this one out a minute. Right, we've got over 500 horsepower that can do 60k up across the field. I mean, this is actually quite impressive. Right, we've got a good speed on here. Nice controlled spin there. Right, this is an impressive speed across the field. It really is. I am actually seriously impressed with this. What bales have I got to start with? I've got square bales to start with, so we can go with that. Let's start loading. And we can start loading these bales. Now, the only thing with the threes is that this trailer, the auto-load distance from the trailer, is not actually as big as you'd hope. Oh, there's a lane there. You can go straight through into this field. I didn't even realise we had that. Of course, that other bit would make it a tiny bit difficult to come up here and then turn this way into here. Not the easiest field to get round, not with anything resembling you know, a big tractor. I mean, we could fit down through there, but the trees that are overhanging are going to catch up on just about everything. So really, I'm thinking that's a track for a much smaller track. I really don't like the fact that it makes me do that every time. And that is the main reason that I don't want to use it. But not for the time-lapse, anyway. I'm quite happy to use it for this series, because, quite frankly, the rest of this tractor is very cool. But it's the fact that it's forcing me to do that on when I first get into the cab. That's the bit that I don't like. And that's the problem with these, like I said. Well, I mean, I do like that it does it in threes, and these trailers, they all pick up in threes anyway. So you know exactly where you've got a full load on these. Makes life a little bit easier for you. With the time-lapse, what I did was I stacked them all up into one place. And I went into each field, made a stack in each field, which is something that I've done quite a lot in real life. Sometimes you stack them all into one big stack in the field, and then other times you stack them up into small stacks, and you have a machine that goes along and picks them up. I've talked about that before, so I won't bother today. There we go, we get that one. And then we've got one more over here. How many loads have I got in this field? I tell you what, we've got a lot of hay in here. We've got far more than I thought we had. There we go. Right. So now what you've got to do is you've got to unload the hay. So we unload onto the trailer. We go like that, and then we can put the straps down. Because if you don't do that, I take the straps off there and I load. So now it's auto-loaded. If I put the straps on now, look, there, you can see they're underneath the bales. You can just see the hooks on the outside edge where they've gone underneath the bales. So take those off, and then I'll unload like that, and then I'll put them back on again, and now the bales are actual entities. And this is where we look at the weight on that. I mean, yes, because we've got the center of this thing on the very back of the dolly instead of in the middle, it does make life a little bit more difficult. But I wanted to test it because the other one we've got is right in the middle, so I thought it'd be good if we could just try this out. So we get these bales here. We need to get them up to the farm. and then we can get them unloaded. Now, the big thing that I'm aware of is that time is ticking by. What we'd like to do is we'd like to do a harvest up in our fields up there. One harvest is going to be with the combines, and one harvest is going to be with the forage wagon. I've seen there's a mod that's just come up that allows you to go into a field of crops with a mower and mow them. And I was thinking I might... Well, I didn't want to test it just yet because we've got other plans of things that I want to do. But if somebody could just put in the comment section about that one, when you mow green, I mean, if you mow the ripe crops, I'm assuming that you just lose the wheat, right? It's all gone. You don't get it back, and it's all that's it. It's game over for all of the wheat. Well, if you're mowing wheat. It's also very noisy, this tractor, isn't it? I'm assuming that it's game over for that, and you don't have any of the grain from it. But when you mow it when it's green, what happens to the stuff that's on the ground? Is that classed as crop chaff? So if you pick it up with the forage wagon, it's not actually counted as grass. And so it's like it's literally just a layer of chaff that's on the ground. Or does it count itself as something different? I'm not quite sure how that works out, and I'd be very interested to know what it's basically being counted as. Is it considered by the game? Is it considered to be only chaff, or when you mow the crop when it's green, does it automatically just switch it over and say, right, now you've got now you've got grass here. You haven't got crop here anymore. It's just going to be treated as grass for the duration of this game. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just removing a couple of these machines from in this shed so that I've got a quick, easy drive through for the hay there, and then I can just unload to the side, and I haven't got to worry about anything too difficult or complicated. Don't know if I can fit this one in there. I'm actually thinking that it's probably better if we just sell these big machines, because we're not going to use them again. And yes, I know we're supposed to be here and from Agco and like showing this farmer how to do things, but what I'm actually thinking is, you know, we've invested millions into his farm, and so we'll continue to invest, but we'll also help him out by sort of, we've shown him the ropes for some of these things, but we're not going to give him millions. So if we sell that one, I mean, I know that I don't get the full price if I sell them from here. So we're not getting a massive refund, but I still think it's it is the best way to go. We'll keep that one, and we'll keep that one. That one there, the horse cultivator, we'll sell that one. That's going to get us another 40 grand. Yes. The rest of these are fairly cheap. Why have I got two? Oh, I got one down at the other farm as well, haven't I? And we won't sell any others just yet. Right. So there's some... Switch that one off. There's some stuff that's out the way now. We've got a bit of space in this shed in here. This is what I wanted. So I can drive in here and I can unload the bales off to the side, and then we can carry on, run back and get another load. So we're going to over to this one. And it's not due to rain until the... That's what I really don't like. I don't like that it automatically puts me straight into the cab. And I'm going to probably say that every time I get out of this tractor, and it's probably really going to irritate you. So by the time I've finished doing this week's episode, you're all going to be really fed up with me saying that, and you're going to say to me, never ever get this tractor again, just so as I don't have to hear you whining constantly, Frith, about this thing, this cab thing, right? We're not interested. Just find a way to deal with it. Right, so that side, that's where I want to unload it. And we dump those bales down there like that. And then we come out now. Can I... Ooh. Don't think I can get round that corner with the trailer. Actually, it would appear that I can get round that trailer. Get round that trailer with the corner. I can get round that corner with the trailer. I honestly didn't think I'd be able to do that, but there we go. I've surprised myself. I'm going to come out here fairly sharpish, and I can get in front of that car. Come on down through here. I'm actually going to start speeding time up, because it's not due to rain or anything. So if we put that on to 60 times, so that it's 1 hour per minute, we will slowly work our way through the day. while we gather up this hay, and we will get a step closer to starting our next harvest. And I think with the seasons, we're not actually going to get the final growth stage. Well, you get the harvesting stage, but it doesn't sort of look like the harvesting. The visual looks like the harvesting stage, but according to the map, it's not actually ready to harvest. It's still on the final growth stage. It's not actually on the harvest stage. It sort of looks a bit strange. So it looks ripe, but it's still not ready to harvest. And that's actually more like it is in real life. And you do tend to get the crops look like they're ready to harvest for a week or two before you can actually get into the field and start cutting. So that bit I quite like. It is very realistic. Bring that one down through there. And we're going to do the silage part of our harvest first, because that's going to be the bit that's going to be ready first. And then once we've done the silage part of our harvest, we will then move on and do the combining part. And I'll do what I've been doing. We'll buy a machine to do it, and then we will get rid of the machine and we'll buy the next machine. Now, we want to get these back up there, but I want to be able to see what we're doing. I like to be able to see what we're doing. Here we go. There. Okay, this tractor is actually a bit of a beast. I quite like this tractor, although I'm not so keen on where we've got that on there. Let me just do that a minute. We want to go Y to unload on the trailer. Those on there. And then we're away again. So I'm just wondering if I should go to the dealership and have the trailer thing changed, the dolly changed, so that it's in the middle rather than on the end, and we'll just see what it's like for handling the bales. Sure what that's going to turn out like. Well, we could go and have a look at that. You know, we're here to try all these different things out, as well as getting various different jobs done. We are here to also experiment and see what options work out best. So overall, I like this tractor. I like the fact that I got 500 horses that I'm running around with. That's always good. I really don't like that it automatically puts me inside the cab when I first climb into the tractor. And also, I don't like the noise that's coming from it. This is a very loud tractor compared to any of the others. And yes, it may actually be more realistic than most of the others. That's fine, I can understand that, but I don't have to like it. I'm gonna unhitch that one there, so I can bring this in here. I'm not actually sure if we can modify this one, if I customize this one, or if I just sell it. So I'm going to drop that one there, and then I'm going to come over to here, and I'm going to go to customize like that, and back with centered. Customize, that's going to cost me 1,000. I suspect that I have lost the ability to... Yeah, see, I don't like it. I don't like it. That's the reason that I'm not going to be using it. I suspect I've lost the ability to sell this for a cheaper amount of money. I won't bother looking. Let's just get a move on. We've got another bale full of trailers to go yet. Yeah, I realised what I was saying halfway through and decided to run with it that time. My language capabilities seem to have disappeared lately. That one. There we go. Sometimes I can master... Sometimes I do alright with the English language, and it's not too much of a struggle. Other times I seem to forget most things about the English language, and I just kind of take pot luck throwing random words together. I know roughly all the words I want to say. I've just, seem to forget completely which order they're supposed to be in, so I just kind of throw them all out there and hope that people can understand which ones I'm meaning. Okay, this is the one bit I don't like about collisions, is it's very easy to get hung up. If you just get caught on the side of a collision, it does actually hang you up much more effectively than if you've driven straight into one. Bring that in there. Now this time I'm going to go over this side like this. Wiggle right over there. And sort of bring it to... We'll go to about that point there. And then if I take those straps off and load it, and then we go up to that side and unload with Y. There. Except that I drove... No. I thought it put the thing right into the trailer, but it didn't. Not quite right into the trailer, or the dolly on the trailer. There we go. We can come out round there. another miracle has happened. We're 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, so we are sort of... Time is ticking by. We've got to get a move on. We've got another load of bales that we want to collect. And then we can get ready for starting our first harvest, our silage harvest. So we're going to silage that first field, whole crop. I've got to decide what forager we're going to use next. I'm not actually sure what forager we're going to use. I'm also really looking forward to finding out what John Deere machines we're going to be having lined up ready for FS17. We know that we're going to be able to build. We know that we're going to be able to build the farm from scratch, which is something I am really looking forward to. That's probably the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. With the whole John Deere thing, I really can just take it or leave it with John Deere. I know that some people really, the John Deere thing is the big thing for them. Me, the brands, I can really just take it or leave it, because older tractors, they tended to have quite a unique style and flair of all of their own. But I do tend to find that newer tractors, it's not a huge amount to choose between them. I mean, some of them have got like various different features. And yes, I'm probably, committing blasphemy right now, according to some of you, and I do apologise for that. But me personally, I honestly, I don't see like a massive amount of difference between a lot of the tractors that are available on the market these days. I mean, look at this one. We've got a 500 horsepower tractor here, and it is very, very nice. And this one does have the rear wheel drive, the reverse steering as well. But there are other tractors that also have reverse steering, and they've also got a lot of these features. And so, yes, it's a wonderful tractor, and it does look slightly different, but when you go to the field afterwards, you can't sort of say, oh, that was done with a Fendt Vario, or that was done with a Valtra S-Series, or that was done with the John Deere 80 or 8000 series, or whatever they are these days. It's not physically possible to do that. And many years ago, when tractors first turned up, you could look at a field and you could get a rough idea of the type and quality, the caliber of the tractor that had been in that field and had done that work. Not always. I'm not saying every time, but I'm saying, sometimes you went and looked in the field and it was obvious that a tractor of a slightly, a cheaper grade of tractor had been in and done some work. And it's something that I quite liked. It was. I always thought that was like really cool, that you could go into a field and you could see that a cheaper brand of tractor had done that, rather than, well, not necessarily brand, just a cheaper model, rather than a slightly more expensive, more powerful tractor that had some slightly better features. And yeah, it wasn't very often, but I definitely did see that. Now, I thought it went out the back. That one to the side. That should be sort of pointing out the back, but I don't see the grid, the mesh on the ground out the back. Let's just hope that does actually work, because I'm about to... it does. It worked. Perfect. Excellent. Not quite as perfect as I'd hoped, because 4 bales have just dropped through the bottom of the map. It's a bit of a nuisance. I think I can see the top. I don't know if I can see the tops of the bales or not. If I press... No, I'm not going to try and load them up again. That's just going to get complicated. But it would appear that we've lost 4 bales through the bottom of the map there somehow. They might still be there. They may still be there, still available to rescue. But it doesn't look like they're going to be very easy to go and grab. Right, this one here, we can run this one back to the dealership. Before I do that, I want to get these 4 bales of straw, which we're going to be using for probably our only load of mixed forage that we can do. I want to get these under cover. See, I'm thinking that maybe we should turn these round and try and just do this a little bit properly. So if I close that one there, what's going on? Oh, this one's got the same sound as the other one, right? Oh, I see. Right. No. Well, that's odd. I can't open the other door. I can only open one of those doors. The other one doesn't open. That one does close. Does open. With that one there, if I go like that, this one... Oh! Now it does work. And do that, and then... I think I understand. Right, if I go to there... No, that's doing that door over there. So then if I go to this one... Ah! Right, now I get it. And then I go to that one, then... That's what I wanted. I wanted to get that side. Right, okay. I was very confused. It happens a lot. You're probably well aware of that by now. So probably. There's no chance anybody who hasn't watched my series for any length of time could possibly think that I don't get easily confused. It's just a thing that happens, right? It's just one of those things. It's accepted. Everybody accepts it. I'm really hoping that it's 30 minutes in real life and not 30 minutes in-game that we get our full refund, because if it's 30 minutes... Oh, hang on. No, I think it is 30 minutes in-game. I got a bad feeling about this. I got a bad feeling that my fast-forwarding time there so that we can hurry up and get to the next stage of our crop has just cost me an absolute fortune with our Fent Vario over there. Well, it's too late now. We've already gone through the 30 minutes. So we'll go racing back with the trailer and the dolly and the Fent and... Yep, there we go. Inside cab again. I didn't want to do that. And the front weight as well. We're going to go racing back with all of these. Come up through here. And just hug the side of it there like that. Like a crazy person. And then we also can't get back in there because the dealership is closed for the night. Which is just great. That's just wonderful. But you can actually sell them from in here as well, can't you? Right, 17,600 for that one. Sell, yes, okay. And then 364,300. Is that actually the full price? I think it might be. I think we might have been all right. I think we've gotten away with it. I don't know which way. I think it's that weight because we hardly used it at all. 1,400 on there. There was a dolly as well somewhere, wasn't there? There was a dolly. Ooh, 19,300 is full price. Sell. I hope it's this one, or we're going to be looking a little bit red-faced. It was indeed that one. Excellent. We got it all right. So we got all our money back. We're now on 837,000 euros. And... I think we're going to sleep here tonight. We've got a lovely little outside fireplace. This one actually looks very well built. Very well built indeed. This, and so you'd store firewood down there. There's where you actually have the fire. Just sort of kick back and relax in the evening. I really like this. So much so, I'd actually think that I'd like to build one like this. This would be pretty cool. I really do like that. That's very cool. Right, so we want to... Ooh, no. Control... It's Alt. Left Alt and N to skip the night. We're not going to go to dawn. We're going to go to morning. 0600. Like that. And I also need to check... We'll have to go up and check the crops. It should be, because we skipped through the night, it should be just updating the fields. And so we should be able to go and get into those fields fairly easily in a minute. So we'll go to here, and we'll ignore that. This one. This one will do. Go to there, and then we can run up this way. It's right up the other side of the cows. How are the cows doing? The cows should be fine, because you put 3 days' worth of food in for them. So there shouldn't be any issues there whatsoever with the cows. And they've got water. And the crop up here, this crop isn't... Actually, this crop is the final growth stage. Yes, this is the final growth stage. I want to look here, and then I want to go fruit type. Not fruit types, we want to go growth. There we go, look, see, it's dark green. Dark green is what we wanted. That's perfect. Field 80. Oh, that's over the other side of the road. Yeah, that's the bit that we don't want. But no, this is on the final growth stage, and you can do this on the final growth stage. And it actually works just fine on the final growth stage. We've also got over here somewhere... Oh, there we go. There's our field of potatoes right there. That one's ready to go, or it will be soon. So we can do our harvest on here now. And I'm going to need to go to the map like this, and we're going to run down to the shop. Gas station down here. Gates are open. I'm going to fast forward time a little bit more. We're going to go to about 9 o'clock in the morning, I think. Be about a good... That's going to be a good time to go for. There we go. About 9 o'clock in the morning. So we come into our shop right here, and we're going to need a forager. Now, we've used the Russell mash, but that's a very small one. We don't really want to use that one. I think we've actually used all of them. We've used those. We've definitely used the Jaguar. We used that one quite a bit. The Krone Big X 1100. I like this one. 1,000 horsepower. It is a bit of a brute. Quite frankly, it is a brute. But what we're going to need is we're going to want a whole crop cutter. So this one is 6 meters wide and does 15k. This one here is 6.2 and does 15k. The Capello there is 6.1. The Russell Mash one is 5 meters and does 15k. So they're all 15k. These here only do that sort of forage. They only do maize. Maize is what I'm looking for. That one there, it does grass and it does the other crops as well. So then if we look up through, you got this one here, which is 10.5 meters wide, but only does 10k. Oh, these here, they all do 10k. So they're slower, but obviously the crop is bigger. And then this one here is 7.5, but it does 13k. So they're all about the same. There isn't really a lot to choose from between any of these. I'm personally, I know I said that I don't particularly think that there's a great deal to choose from between various different machines and so on, but I've always favoured Krone for the actual machinery, and it's no particular reason other than I just like the way they look, and I've used a few Krone machines and I've always sort of enjoyed using them, and I've never had any complaints or anything like that with them. So I've always preferred to use Krone. Although Krone don't do tractors. Now, do we go for the Big X, or do we go for the Big X 1100 or the Big X 580? 1100 over here is 1,034 horsepower. It's an absolute brute of a machine. I can't remember, though, if... I think the attachment is the same. So I think it doesn't matter which attachment we use, it's still going to... It should lift up without any problem. So we'll go with this one, we'll try this one, and I'm hoping that we are able to sell this one back once we're done, because otherwise we're not going to be able to buy a combine. And I'm well aware of the fact that we have just about run out of time for today's episode, which means that as we just about run out of time for today's episode, we've only got one more episode left for the 4-week stint, which means that we'd really struggle to actually get everything done that I said I wanted to do in this series. So I'm really quite glad that you told me to stay here for another week. Another 4 weeks. I am quite pleased about that. Now, the only issue we got with these X-Disc things is they're quite wide. Difficult to get down the road. Yes, there is a trailer that you can use for them, which I probably want to use, actually. I want to try and do this without the trailer. I'm sure I can get up through here without the trailer, because if a farmer was this close, he would have just chopped down... If there was like a tree in the way, any farmer I know would have just chopped the tree down and then saved messing around with headers, especially if he knew he didn't have to do very much else with it. So I bring this one up to here. I just want to make sure that we can actually do this and we don't have to wait for another growth stage, because if we've got to wait for another growth stage, that's going to be a little bit frustrating. We'll go into here. We've definitely got the right one. It's the dark stage right there, because then that one there is on those. There isn't on any of the others. There is you go back to here and you go to the grass like that, and then you go through. That's harvested. Oh, it's not actually got any in between stage at all. It's just still on the harvested stage. So we'll take that one off again. There. I'm assuming that this one's right. So we want to take out that one like that. I don't think there's anything else to unfold. So then I can just start it up. Do I have to start that one up? There's nothing I have to do to the header. And then into the crop. Right, I've gone into the crop and it's definitely done something. I've been told over and over that it's good to do this at this stage and not when it's actually ripe, because you get more. So we're going to see how well that works out. Now the only thing is... Oh, I know what I can do. I can put this using... Ooh! We can use the AI vehicle extension for this. That can work. So we want to go... Yes, we do have the AI vehicle extension, and it's going round in the correct direction I want it to go. So if I do that, it's going to read the field, and it's going to stop right there. It's going to be interesting to see what it does with the grass and everything on here. I want to go not to... Actually, I do want to go to you. You're the one that I'm going to want to use. And I'm going to take this one to the dealership, and we're going to get the trailer to use with this one. AR frame mount is the one we want, and we want that one there, I think. That one's the muck spreader. Yes, it is. It's this one here, 30,500 litres. It's not the biggest trailer, but it's not too bad. It's kind of middle of the range type trailer we got going here for this one. And you do have to have the mod. I've put the mod pack in the description down below. You've got the original link from Modhoster, but I've also included one to FS17.co, I think the website's called, because FS17.co host it themselves and don't force you to go through one of those horrible upload sites that try to put all sorts of rubbish onto your computer. And that is something I'm going to be doing. I did talk about this before, talked about this in a previous episode, but it's something that I will be doing as like a permanent thing. If the only way to get the mod is to go through one of those dodgy upload sites, I will include another mod if I can find another link if I can find it, because I absolutely detest those types of mods. I do not think that there is any reason whatsoever to be using those types of sites, especially when the mods can be uploaded to ModHub here on actually on FS17, and you get paid for them there, so you don't need to go and get a few pennies from a dodgy upload site as well. You know, there's other ways, and you know, or do both, so that people have got the choice. So I do offer both. I do like show the original link, but yeah, if the only way to get it is through a dodgy upload site and I can find it somewhere else that doesn't force you to do that, then I will also include that link. And it has caused a little bit of upset among some people, but that's just the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it like that. Anyway, let this one carry on up here. We're not going to do very much of this, and it doesn't look like we're going to do any more for just a second because he's gotten stuck. So let me just come out here and turn you off of there a second, and then start it up again. If I bring, I'll tell you what, we do just want to change the options on here. If I go to there, put the turn angle up to 100%, and I don't actually know what any of that. I still haven't really looked into what the rest of it does. Okay, we'll just leave it like that and then turn you off. And then I'll go around here. I just start it on that bit, and then I press H and let it carry on. It will carry on, and then I can come up behind it with this one. I do like that we're using this one to do it with. But anyway, we have run out of time for today's episode. Like I said, we got no question this week. We are staying on Stappenbach for another 4 weeks, which I think is absolutely awesome. We're going to have time to really mess around and do all kinds of different things. I do love this. This is absolutely a wonderful setup. I mean, yeah, we are sort of shooting it through the front of the cab, well, the side of the cab and stuff, but we can overlook that a little bit. We're going to do this, and then we've got a harvest there that we need to do. We need to get a combine, and we will combine and harvest all of that. We've got potatoes that we're going to need to harvest so that we can get the cattle actually going properly. I want suggestions down below of other things that you'd like me to do. So if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.